in, bomb, hello, goodbye.
Yeah, and a little bit of a... because if core roll, maybe he picks up like an Ags, you charge in, get the Infest Bomb, throw a Nimbus on top of them, and all of a sudden, and maybe an ult as well from the Zeus, you have that ability to just be everywhere. And you know, Nature's Prophet may be on OG, but there's still global presence for Secret with just these heroes.
I mean, originally I thought we were going to see something like the Faceless Void, which pretty brutal, but yeah, they go for the Lifesteal instead, as we said. The Razor does come out, which is decent against the Lifestealer. He's always going to want to be in your face. You're always going to be able to sap damage, and well, if Zeus is a support, he's a squishy support.
Yes.
And slow. I mean, this is the thing. Razor starts off slow, but so does Zeus. So if you're just aiming to roam around with that, it's a little bit dangerous. Not so much until Razor has level 3. Static Link level 2 is where you start to really be concerned about ganking him and the repercussions of doing so.
The damage that comes out or gets stolen by Razor level 2 compared to level 1 is just, it's immense. Level 1 is not as effective, and you can run him down with the Lifestealer, get those open wounds out there if you do have that opportunity, but come level 2 with the Static Link, it's way harder.
Yeah, thank God Razor doesn't purge himself with his passive. That Unstable Current, can you imagine if it purged someone and himself? Hero first pick ban all the time. Guaranteed. But we did see the Doom banned out by OG, so we said a lot earlier in the day that Team Secret they have been loving the Doom at the moment. They use it for the right reasons, not just because it has ultimate, okay? Doom is more than just Doom.
He's very much, I would say, that he should change his name to Infernal Blade instead of Doom, because I like him more for the Infernal Blade in my opinion.
Infernal Bladoom?
Maybe Infernal Bladoom. We could change the name. Ice Frog, if you're listening, Infernal Bladoom is my choice for the new name.
Inferno Doom. Inferno Doom. Yes, I like that. It's kind of flamey. But speaking of things that aren't flamey, Death Prophet, that's a bit more spooky. And I mean, apart from Zeus and his glorious beard, I'd really call this team ugly so far, looking at that. But Death Prophet, it's quite nice here. Like, they need to push back because Lifesteal's not going to be pushing. Zeus isn't exactly a right clicker. Spirit Breaker's wanting to bash heroes. He can't bash towers.
It comes with that silence, which is nice.
That's good against the Razor.
The Death Prophet, yeah, and it is good in response. But like, oh wow, Visage.
Visage, yeah, that comes out, and this hero feels really rough in certain people's hands. I mean, I think the big one that keeps coming to mind is when you go up against Pain. It was always getting banned out. OG kept banning it, but at the same time, OG they do play a very good Visage, and with what they've got right now, the control they've got there with the Earthshake and the Nature's Prophet, they could do a lot of damage to the side of Secret.
Yeah, just with the familiars, where they'll have those stuns, the fissure, the movement of Nature's Prophet, the chase of the Razor. This is a lineup that is really rounding itself off quite nicely. I think, at the moment, 4 picks apiece, I kind of like OG at the moment.
I like looking at this right now. I like the oddball Zeus here. I think Secret might be looking towards maybe an Abaddon or a Underlord. Those 2 heroes not too bad because you can save against the Visage, force out the second stun on the birds earlier with the Aphotic Shield. Same with Underlord, the IMC builds, and obviously the Aura means it's a lot harder to kill him off of right clicks. He typically builds into things like the Mech, the Crimson Guard, the Pipe, and I think they could do with that against the side of OG. I think they need a utility offlaner, basically. They don't need this super initiation. I don't think something like Brewmaster is going to give the impact they're looking for, because obviously with Visage, once he hits 6, the actual scary part isn't what Visage does, is what the birds do. I think he said yesterday, like, they need to just redo the portrait, so it's just like Visage standing there with swag glasses on and just like a bunch
3
of birds
familiars just behind him, yeah, ready to go, because it's the familiars. Once he hits level 6, he's one of those heroes that absolutely hits a power spike at 6. There's some heroes that maybe, you know, they don't go for their ult at 6, or it doesn't feel, you don't feel it as much when they hit level 6, but Visage is one of those heroes at 6, and there's another one, Beastmaster, with that Primal Roar, more lockdown, he's gonna get a Blink. They'll have Blink on Earthshaker as well as Beastmaster most likely a little later in the game. Nature's Prophet is the global presence. I like that lineup.
I don't think they need the Blink on Beast though. I think they
go
might,
Shadowblade.
Yeah, like Shadowblade maybe not.
5 seconds.
You don't really want to go for the medallion because you know that your Visage is going to do that. But they go Darks here. I kind of think that's the right call after you see the Beastmaster come out. But the biggest advantage you got to give to Beast here is how it affects Visage with the how it affects his team in general with the Aura. right? That's going to be the really scary part. So the discussion now is probably going to be, what can we do to shut down this beast? What can we do to make sure he gets nothing in lane? Because if Beastmaster comes out of that lane looking stable, I'm concerned about the death ball presence that OG is going to have.
Yeah, and it is the App Store on that Zeus, by the way.
Yep, there we go. So it's going to be the pos for Zeus as we expected, which was kind of confirmed once you saw the Darkseer come out anyway.
You know, some teams, maybe they want to throw YapzOr on the Darkseer. We never know. Sometimes I feel like there's teams you have the feeling.
It's not terrible,
but you never quite know.
Zeus is a very interesting one to support. There's a few players in the scene that do enjoy it and can make it work really well. YapzOr is the player that usually comes to mind when we talk about Zeus as the support, and it can be quite dangerous. Like, it kind of has a similar effect to what Skyrap was having as a support. This kind of harass, wait for them to slip up, kill.
See if they're able to do that with YapzOr on this Zeus as well. See if it really does work out. If you know, personally, I like him in that core role, but we'll see if YapzOr can turn me on that.
So, predictions. Who do you think is going to win Game 2?
I'm a fan of 3-game series. I'm a fan of the way that rounded out in that OG lineup. Do I think that they might be lacking in terms of, I would just say, ability here against Secret? I think OG with their lineup can take this Game 2 and push it to a Game 3.
I think both teams are formidable. I think the issue for OG last game was they were looking for opportunities they couldn't find.
Yeah.
But this lineup does not have issue finding kills or finding towers. So I'm going to definitely have to say OG as well, especially seeing as I'm a big fan of Best of Threes hitting Best of 3.
Yeah. Which we haven't gotten so far.
But maybe it'll change here as we do get underway in game number 2 between Team Secret and OG. And let's see how this is going to line up in the lanes. As you expect, Fada's going to take the off lane. They are going to actually send mid one down to bot.
Well, they also have the Lifestealer down there, so it's not...
Yeah, I think they're just looking for an early kill.
Yeah.
There's no way you put a Lifestealer mid. That would be very bold.
I've seen it once or twice in the Chinese region, but it's not one of those things that you're just like, oh yeah, we're going to do that.
Yeah, it doesn't really pay off. Like, if heroes that use a shorter lane better, Lifesteal's not one of them. Like, he actually wants a longer lane to chase people down with their wounds, and he's got the rage to escape if they gank him. So, it just feels like a wasted hero when people try in the mid lane. It's not something like a Lycan where you go, wow, this is actually pretty ridiculous.
Well, they've now sent him...
Stop. No, don't do this.
Everything you just said is getting thrown away as Secret continue
Did they
to
scout
put the Lifestealer
It depends on what they scouted out, I think. That's going to be the catch. Puppy top. Gonna charge on the S4. That's what, like, this is the thing. This is level 1 static link. You see how Puppy just runs at him? With the Iron Shell, he trades better.
He doesn't have to really worry about having 9 damage left, and he just chases S4. He's got the Ion Shell, and that's what I like. I do like that combination. Something we saw a lot previously is the Ion Shell Charge Spirit Breaker combo.
So they've actually chosen to put... Oh wait, they're still going to S4. He's hanging around way too long here. Puppy will dive this. This is going to be first play. Oh, the stun!
There it is.
Puppy's trapped. He can't get out. The South comes out, and S4, he'll get the kill. Or the tower will. Fantastic. You know what we were saying about Jerax? And
there it is. It shows itself in the first minute of the game.
So let's talk a little bit about this mid lane, because we didn't anticipate it being likely. They did put mid one in the bot lane, and I've said before, like, Death Prophet is kind of a pinnacle mid hero, but she doesn't really do too bad in the out lanes, because with the Spirit Siphon you have a lot longer distance to chase targets down. And I think where they're coming from on the side of Secret is, what kind of lockdown do we have, right? We don't have reliable stuns. The closest you've got is a charge. So in that scenario, do you really want to, like, it's not like you've got a Shadow Shaman or a Tusk.
Charge coming out bottom on Matt, but he's already back too close to his tower. They're not going to be able to move up on that, especially just level 1 and just charge.
I'm really just going to be intrigued by that mid lane. It's kind of weird. It's like, I guess the point is you can get no tail low because Beast, so you don't have to worry about the cloak. But I don't know, it's like, especially you see what he's doing now, it just takes, just siphoning away your attack speed. You don't really have any way of forcing no tail away.
And with that, you could probably force out the rage, and we know Jerax is always, you know, chomping at the bit to get anywhere and make a play and make a move, and as he's doing already towards top, I wouldn't be surprised to just constantly see him roaming over there, especially with Grave Chill. Get a fissure out, and all of a sudden, that's trouble.
I do like the support Nature's Prophet coming out here. So Fly in that lane with Beastmaster, that's pretty nice because him and Mad, especially when you start leveling the aura, the damage is going to be pretty substantial, especially considering you're up against a ranged hero in that lane. Yes, she can get back in with a Spirit Siphon, but think about it like this. Early stages, Spirit Siphon, you're having to stand next to the trees and the heroes just to heal up.
Ooh, S4 and Jerax, they're going to look for Fada. He comes onto the high ground. They've got both the Razor as well as the Earthshaker here. There's the Fissure. Fly joins him, and he's by this tower, so OG can't exactly dive deep on him. He's also got the Surge, and he is able to get himself some space.
They just want to force a little bit of pressure. The last thing you want to do is give a Darkseer free lane. Buffy bottom though, charging in once again. This time to Mad. Mid-1 should be able to get across to the Spirit Siphon. Can he get the body blocks? Looks like it's just in place, and now, yeah, absolutely not enough damage. Beastmaster, quite a tanky individual here. He will be absolutely fine.
Yeah, that's their moment to try and go in. They knew that the Nature's Prophet had made his way over top. They don't have to worry about possibly a Sprout stopping the Death Prophet from coming in. They try to take that opportunity to move forward, and he was able to still TP there, and they weren't able to get the kill.
And meanwhile, this mid lane, Ace is actually doing pretty well in CS. So the Queln Blade, like this is the thing, when you're a melee hero, Queln Blade is quite nice. It will help you out with that. I'm just concerned about level 6. Because, as we said before, Visage, once he gets level 6, huge power spike.
Yeah, for sure. And to be able to line that up with Jerax and the Fissure, I sense a lot of trouble for Secret come level 6 for Visage, if they're not too careful.
Absolutely. And Bartlett's going super deep to get these creeps. Like, he knows he can't just stay in lane against the Razor, but Jerax is just there. He's predicting every time.
Yeah, but it's fine. He's got the Ion Shell. He's got the Ion Shell on himself, and there's 2 denies from Jerax, so not as easy as
this is good value for him and Poppy. I mean, this is the thing. You're a tanky strength hero, decent amount of armor, but what do you do when axes start getting thrown at your face? Kind of have to back away because Poppy's still in level 1. He hasn't really been able to have the impact he's been looking for. I mean, that was pretty crippling, that first blood that he gave in the top lane.
Yeah, what was the tournament? It was a game that he played Spirit Breaker, and I swear the first 10 minutes, every second he was just getting a kill, coming in from strange angles on this Spirit Breaker and able to make everything happen.
You have to, because you have to stun them back towards your team, but you still don't have level 2. Mid-1, being chased onto Jarrett, jump the body blocks. Mid-1 can't escape from this. He tries to turn around the Fly. Can he get the final hit? Fly will drop, but so will Mid-1. So they trade, but the one more hero is there for OG.
Yeah, but it's only a position 5 Nature's Prophet, and you're losing a core Death Prophet there, which is maybe going to slip me up just a little bit with the Dark Prophet.
And look at Poppy. You know what we're saying about he doesn't have levels? He's kind of here to try and get ganked with a no-tail, but at the same time, he's here to basically sap some XP. Because Ace, not sure if he can actually do enough here. I mean, especially with Fly coming across just to harass out Ace.
They are going to try for the charge, so No Tail getting got on around the back. They'll send over Ace, but again, he's already by this tower. The open wounds comes through. You cannot stay that close.
You're underestimating the power of these treants. That's what's happening right now. And Ace just had to fully back up because Fly's like, fine, your support had to leave, but I don't. I can just hang around.
And Fly can stay here. No Tail thinking about going in even further, but Fly, he's okay with No Tail sitting back, continuing to farm and just harassing Ace out.
Fada. They see him. He has got the Surge away there. It might be obvious they had a ward there because they quickly moved across him.
Jerax, the Fissure, that's perfect. Oh, I thought it trapped him. It looked like it. Yeah.
Tiniest gap. You know what? Darkseer's been slimming down, and Puppy is going to be chased onto because Mad's here as well. They get stranded to the tower, and so's Fly. The creep army is gone as the Familiars and the Treants show up, and suddenly, about to lose your tier very early here.
That's exactly what we were talking about. He gets the Familiars and chases someone down. The Fissure comes out onto Ace. Ooh, they've got the charge coming around onto No Tail. We'll see if Secret's able to do anything with this as Yapzor's made his way over as well.
I mean, you've got so many heroes stationed mid. So does OG, but OG's got something out of it, so they can hang around and instantly leave. And because they have the Nature's Prophet as well, they can just afford to have him anywhere. Because if he's needed in a gank, he's needed to respond to a gank, he's just there with the teleport.
Puppy again now. This is the combination. Got the charge in the Ion Shell. Jerax's coming over though, and he is level 3, so he's got the totem as well as the Fissure, so we'll see how he's trying to move. I thought he'd be a little bit more over mid, but with level 6 now on the Visage, he might be. We might see him more over mid, and it's almost been that Yapzor stuck over here.
You could, but meanwhile, top S4 is actually going to find Fada here. The Fissure cutting him off. Fada giving away so much damage. 1 or 2 hits from S4 do it. He gets it with the Plasma Field, but mid-1 sprouted, and he can't chase with the Spirit Siphon. Needs to back up a little here. They'll look towards Fly. Yapsor making sure the body blocks are there. And Fly, he pretty much knows what's about to happen. He just gets shredded through. So they get one kill out, but they lose Fada for that. And they rotate just as many heroes in as the side of OG.
Huge rotations coming out, but again, Jerax with the perfect fissure, perfectly lined up. And it's just every single time. And I can't. I'm gonna be.
We gotta be careful. We're trying to sound a little bit like fanboys. It's just a case of Earthshaker is like. That's not to take away from him. Earthshaker is one of those type of heroes that can do this. Yeah,
I personally, it's just I love seeing good Dota play, fanboying. And if it does sound like me fanboying Jerax,
you want his autograph?
I do, but I have.
He's in the other room.
I have too much.
I mean, this is the thing. Like, it suits his playstyle really well. Players that are suited to Earthshaker, usually they want to be super aggressive, but Jerax has this kind of this god complex of saving everyone, right?
Puppy's here with the charge. They've also got Fada coming around. They'll look for Mad as the Primal Roar comes out. Puppy held down for enough time, and Mad will get the kill. Yapsor will drop. Down goes Fada. 3 dead on Secret, and oh geez, really starting to make it work.
Once, the mid-tower.
Yeah, level 6 comes around for a couple of these heroes, and they're just able to be so aggressive.
And him on top, Jerax is going to get caught out by Ace. They'll finally find the man that saves everyone, but can't save himself. As Jerax does drop there, but they've got mid one here as well. These Exorcism and look for the tower. They know they need to get some gold here because it's a slow building lead for OG. It's up to 3k net worth lead over the side of Secret, which is impressive because when you look at Secret's lineup, you'd expect them to be able to be aggressive a lot more with some of these heroes. It feels like their supports can be aggressive super early, but their cores can't.
Bottom locked in with the Sprout. They've got the Static Link continuing on forward. Here come the Familiars. The Ion Shell is there. There's the Surge trying to run away, but it's just not enough to find himself and escape. The Plasma Field comes through. They'll take the tower up top, but again, they lose the Darkseer.
Like, it kind of felt like that isn't your side, Fada. That's the wrong side. You're running in the wrong direction, but he had no choice. If he ran back towards them, he knew how hard Razor was hit.
Yeah, OG came from the Radiant side, and he's like, wait, what?
Wait, is this game 1 or game 2?
Yeah, he had to run, and there was just no way out as they met him at the impasse.
Now, OG, they'll take themselves the tower. TM1 is dropping pretty quick. Can't really drop it with Familiars there, even make it to the nigh.
They send Yapsor over and mid one to try and defend this.
Die, but Puppy in the mid lane. Looks like Mad's going to chase him down. He's like, one more hit. He'll find it, punch him in the face with an axe. Yapsor didn't actually get jumped on there. They actually saw mid one on the back
over bottom. They've got the Static Link. They'll look with the Familiars. Look at all this damage come through. This is so much damage, and they'll get the kill so easily on mid one.
OG's like, you know what? We need a solution. Let's build an army.
They're literally running an army right now. This is... I don't know. We talked about level 6, and I don't know if we even gave it enough credit at this point.
There you go. I mean, you know, and an army is ran on its stomach. You know, that's a little bit of a sensei lesson there. And what better way than just eating on Secret heroes?
You've been giving me Confucia Pigeon for this whole week so far. I'm actually so loving it.
That'll be me from now on whenever I'm doing analysis. I'll just like have some sort of weird saying.
Confucia Pigeon saying.
Weird bird, eat at bad time of day. Bad for stomach, not ready for next fight.
Middle tower is under attack.
See if Secret can pull it back. We're seeing a little bit of a glimpse of game 1 where OG, you know, game 1
well,
Secret were the aggressors and they took the advantage heavily and then just kept racking it on.
If we took the team logos away, it's looking similar as Dire are building a lead. There you go. Now, I think Dire just look for more towers. They might not have a bounty to track things up, but they have got good push power. And Jerax looking toward Ace here.
Also, guys,
get stack up. Vidya
coming.
Echo Slam, the control. He does get the rage off and gets straight into the creep. Timing was a little bit off, and he couldn't actually follow it up. They weren't close enough for the Primal Roar, and the creeps will not be cleared quick enough. Yapsor's already here, ready to back up against any issues. I'll just back away.
Yeah, I think a little bit of a timing miscommunication right there. He was a little bit too further away from that Primal Roar, and he maybe wanted to wait a little bit longer, but like you said, he just couldn't.
He couldn't get close enough for the enchant turn, so it wasn't that he done it bad, it was that he done it too soon. So the Echo Slam had to come at that point, and now No-Tail being charged onto mid one, going to be slowed up, so Spirit Cycle breaks, and now Fly covering with the Sprout, they'll move away. They actually use the Exorcism on mid one, they need to get someone out, as Puppy chasing down, No-Tail taking a lot of damage, Fly's going to go for TP out, No-Tail, you're all alone, he says, but the Familiars are stunned, so many people, and now Man here as well. They might turn around the Primal Roar. Coming out on the Ace, but Mad thinking twice. They're backing away. No-Tail says it's not the right time, but they cut off mid one. If they turn on him now, mid one might die. The Familiar's shredding through and mid one just dies off so quick. S4, he wants to change through for more. Butters going to try to get out the stun. It interrupts the TP. Stunned again. He has no mana to work with. He's going to drop as well. S4 chasing through for more on the other side, but he can't find Yapzor. But fantastically played by OG as they use a choke point amazingly.
He had a mini Ravage there. 3 heroes hit by 1 familiar. Come on, No-Tail. Just that was perfect.
It was fantastic because there was a point where it felt like Mad used the Primal Roar. He wanted to go. And they're like, no, no, no. And you think, wait, was this miscommunication? No, No-Tail at his best says, bring them up to the high ground, bring Fly back in, Sprout, and surprise, Exorcism, who cares? You're going to die so quick.
God, they even use Exorcism for that. They don't find anything with it. OG turn it around, and again, they're just extending this lead, 12-3. Visage looking unstoppable. Top 3 in the net worth are all OG heroes, and it's all their cores just looking prime at the moment.
Smells like money, and well, even the support's been a little bit primed. Earthshaker on his way towards that Blink Dagger, almost has it. 1,500 gold.
What do you do at this point when Blink Dagger's picked up by Earthshaker? You've got the Blink initiation now. You're working with Visage. They can just stun lock you, as we saw with the Familiars, where No-Tail is just doing an absolute amazing job of locking in these heroes. OG are so far ahead. Like 6,000, normally in my eyes, not a lot of net worth. But here it just seems like there's a huge difference because it's so early.
The huge difference here is that OG are ready to go for Roast in the next 3 minutes.
Yeah.
They could go now if they want to. But obviously they want those entrance kills, get rid of someone's secret.
And why let up on pushing? They've continually gone for these towers, and they take them so quickly.
I mean, especially the fact that it's tier 1 top still. No-Tail's just farming up jungle. They'll probably get ready to push that in. And in fact, Ace is here in their jungle. They spot him. No creeps to go to. He could be in trouble, especially since they're neutral. No-Tail pinging. They've got the ward giving him vision. Ace, a little bit paranoid. His spidey senses are tingling. He will back up. But now they might go. They're hiding.
They're
moving in. Ace. And they get crossed in time. They slowed him up a little bit. He hasn't used the rage just yet. They have got the Sprout. They catch on him. Ace cuts the trees. The Primal Roar comes out of the rage. And now Ace just being melted through. He gets in his creep, but that's his own one. So kill him off. Ace trying to escape, but he can't. The kill comes through and No-Tail secures it. And with it, they'll secure a tower. A secret completely back up.
They might even secure the tier 2 tower because Lifestealer not coming up for another 30 seconds. Secret can't really defend without the Lifestealer. They can try, but I don't think they're going to win that fight. So you glyph here, you try to slow it down, let your Lifestealer come up, and we'll see how OG react.
OG will react by farming their opponent's jungle. Get ready with a push, bring the creeps in. You don't actually have to overcommit to this. You can chip away at the tier 2, but I think this is where you go Roche. When you got rid of the tier 1, it's just maybe a slower response, because if you all TP to the shrine, obviously longer TPs, and there it is. Drain the Roche pit. This will be a quick one as well.
Yeah, gonna be quite quick. They've already got that Solar Crest ready and ready to rumble. Just Blink Dagger here on the Earthshaker. The spikes for the power spikes for this OG side are just immense. Yes, Secret need to try and defend this. They've got the Lifestealer back up. He's coming around the other side, so they are split off just a bit. Jerax will finally pick up that Blink Dagger, get the Tome of Knowledge. Only a level 1 Echo Slam. They are posturing around the pit, but can't commit now that the Lifestealer's up and they know that Secret are coming.
I respect Fly for that. Like, the trees, they were scouting the whole time. You could have brought the trees and maybe got the Roche super low, but then you're blind in the pit. Like, you can have the Hawk all you want, but that's one individual unit that could get sniped out and also has to cover multiple angles of approach. Especially considering that OG don't actually have any vision on that pit in terms of wards. In fact, if you look, Secret have already anticipated there's going to be a Roche soon. They've got 3 wards situated around that Roche area, right?
See if OG do want to turn and go for this Radiance on the Lifestealer. He's got enough for the Sacred Relic. Ace has been farming relatively low.
They're not ready to fight. Like, what's an Armor going to do for you? What's the Sanj and Yasha going to do for you? It's not going to do anything. You're still going to die in these scenarios.
We also have to see if he uses this Radiance well, because sometimes you see Lifestealers, they pick up this Radiance, and that's kind of it. It fizzles.
And the mischance is also really good against the creep army and the familiars. And speaking of those familiars and that creep army, this time they're all in the pit. Secret need to respond. They're just looking for wards right now. They're going to lose their poor little catapult. They even
nice little Sprout. They're making sure that nobody can come in from Secret. They're continuing to go for this Roche. They're setting up on Secret like they want to fight. They do smoke up, so let's see if they could head on over there, get a vacuum as well as a wall to come through. But again, OG in and out of the pit, making sure that they just can't come on over. There's the charge onto Jarex, but it's followed up by the Primal Roar. Vacuum comes out into the Echo Slam. Jarex drops it. They'll get the kill. They'll take out Vada as well. Now they've got the Euls onto this Razor, but they don't have any follow-up, and they are not able to continue on forward. Mid one.
Good teleport.
Fissure.
Like he goes for teleport. And he's not getting there because obviously Spirit Siphon. And he doesn't actually have a huge spike. But they'll just go straight back to the Roach Pit. They almost done it. Fantastic fight there. Once again, Jarex's positioning was on point. Fly was also crucial in that positioning. He was always outside the Roach Pit towards his opponent's side, trying to break smokes. And if they try and jump on him, he can just sprout. Before they'll grab him, he'll sprout. And that cuts the fight and changes it completely because, you know, how many Quillen Blades are you actually carrying on the side of Secret?
Yeah, the sprouts and those choke points are just so... Oh, what do? You can't get down those stairs, you can't find your positioning, you can't really fight the way you wanted to.
Even if you've got a Quillen Blade, think about it like this. You're now funneling through this tight spot against an Earthshaker.
Basically the worst thing to do against an Earthshaker. Especially one with Blink who's ready to Echo Slam.
And that could have went worse, actually. They had to use a Primal Roar super early because of Puppey. And if that Fissure actually hits the Spirit Breaker, you get an extra kill with the Primal Roar. Like, no way does mid one get away if you had Primal Roar there for him.
And he got really low regardless, so it's just that extra bit that they needed. And we'll see as time goes on. Again, OG, their levels are quite nice. Their farm is nice. They're up 9,000 net worth. Aeon Disc for the Visage next, which I do quite like.
Yeah, he's worth a lot of money, so he doesn't want to die here. And if he can just afford to stay straight in the center of the fight and get some good soul submissions off, it's also the fact he wants to be able to get close, just slow people up and chase through. And this allows him to do exactly that. I mean, Grave Chill is kind of an underestimated skill.
Yeah, just that ability to slow them up, and doing that with the Visage, especially with the follow-up they have, is going to be very just hard for Secret to counter.
You know, I kind of wish we were actually on the epiclive.gg channel right now so we could see the live reactions of these players. Because you got to feel, Secret got to be sweating a bit, right? Yeah. Because after game one, they were probably anticipating a very, very easy game
quick
two.
2-0 or something like that.
But OG, they're looking pretty dominant. I mean, as an 11k net worth lead, but that's without the presence of a bounty hunter. So you haven't got any easy rebuttal on the back of one fight, necessarily.
And this lead has just gotten just more and more with Secret not seemingly having an answer yet. And I don't know if Radiance is going to be that answer. You've got Death Prophet who's sitting at a similar net worth as Lifestealer, but like we saw, they're able to rip through mid one. He doesn't, just the Euls at the moment is not enough for him to be effective in these fights.
You kind of need your Death Prophet to function as the tempo controller while also getting towers, and that's just, you're putting way too much on one hero, right? The Darkseer is more reactive. The Lifestealer kind of just wants to farm. Death Prophet wants to push. It's just this different focus. Like I don't think against OG's lineup there's an easy push scenario, especially with that Aegis.
See what they do here for OG. It looks like they're posturing up, looking to push the tier 2, maybe even push more. They're smoked on the side, so if anybody tries to come on over, they'll take care of them quite easily.
I mean, they can be aggressive with their positioning. They've got tanky heroes, they've got an Aegis, they've got responses,
They've got familiars, they've got the army ready to just keep them alive.
And the great part is, if the Natures dies, if he's actually saved the buyback, he's back in the fight straight away.
Yeah.
So he can actually act as a scout when they lose the Hawk, if things feel a little bit odd. They've got so many creeps. Just send them all in, like, oh, that's where they went.
With the speed that just No Tail pushes over mid, and then you've got the rest of the team over towards top, you're splitting up Secret well enough to take a nice fight. And Visage can get over there easily towards this top lane and maybe look to join them. So
you need to react in. You've got good wave clear, but look at the pressure on top. Puppey to charge in. He's infested, but look at that interruption. No Tail trying to move away. The Iron Disc does get triggered. Who's off to control him? They push him back, and now he may be in a little bit of trouble. The illusion will go down, but he's running so fast. On the other side, mid one just being shredded through by this Beastmaster, trying to stay alive with Spirit Siphon, but can't. They've restacked up, and now Puppey charging in on their spawn. Not the target they want. They can't get the Beastmaster. The Echo Slam, catching all three of them. Vada's gonna drop. Ace, he's running out of time with that rage, and he's running out of life real quick. He tries to run away, but it's hopeless. The final right click come through. All the buybacks out, but they're already leaving the base. You've been afforded so much space. And look at the gold chain. Puppey diving deep. He needs to get his team someone out of this, but mid one can't get his spirit sight from the last. Jerax lurking on the side. If he needs to reinitiate, they'll get 1 kill. And it's a position 5, Nature's Prophet, for 3 buybacks and multiple deaths.
Yeah, 4 die, 3 buybacks, and then you only get Fly. It completely just devastates any thought you had of getting those next couple of items coming back into this game. You've used Exorcism. With Fly coming back up in 16 seconds, this OG team can heal up, go back in, do it again, and push the base and finish this game if they want to. Or they can go the other route where it's playing it a little bit safe, but charge comes through from Puppey. Mad looking for that kill, and no tail here as well. They'll find it. There's the Yules. S4 locks him in. Puppey's going to be locked down. They'll continue to chase. They've got the familiars. There's the soul assumption, and S4 gets that kill.
That's what happens when your doggy gets off the leash and runs around the playground. You stick that leash on and you teach him who the master is, okay? And that's what happened. Like, this Spirit Breaker is having... It's suicide, right? It's just every time it's like, it's essentially like, I will break the formation. No, we're not ready yet. Charge! It's like, that's all he can do. You're not tanky in the eyes of OG right now. You're just... Well, ironically enough, you're just a puppy.
Yeah, and he did that in the last fight too. He charged through the team, but it just didn't do anything for him.
And I think like the thing about that top fight, just to get back to it a little bit, was Jerax so patient on that high ground, waiting the whole time for the Echo Slam opportunity. Because he knew Secret had to defend at some point. Because they didn't get the kill no tail, and that was the point. Like, you could see the desperosity. Secret, they knew they needed the kill.
They're going even more into the push. They've got the Necrobook being built by this Beastmaster. Secret, they just can't really deal and really can't afford to do anything against this push. There's the Prime Order. That'll come through on Ace. Jerax blocking him out with the Fissure. He'll use the rage, but here comes OG. The wall's going to be dropped down. Puppey's going to continue to move on in. He'll drop now. Ace in a little bit of trouble. He'll use the BKB on S4, and they'll take him out. Puppey, Ace, both drop here. Both don't have buyback. They continue to go in as mid one. He's going to use that Yule, try to buy him some time, but the familiars, they do too much. They stun him up. He backs off, and now they will lose their tier 3 as OG continue to move on forward, and there is nothing stopping them.
There might be 15 seconds. Mid one does have the exorcism, so OG will respect it and back away. Once again, a fantastic fight, and I mean, we said, how do you deal with a life stealer? Cut him off. Sprout.
Jerax did that perfectly. The
Exactly.
Fissure blocked out the stairs, and now you have to run into the rest of the team.
It almost looked grim. I actually think if you had like a veil, if you had some sort of spell lamp on the side of Secret, they actually kill OG there. Like, you saw how low they all got from the Vacuum and the Thunder God's Wrath. That was close. Yeah. That was the closest Secret have come to convincingly taking a team fight.
Down so much and just a touch away from taking a team fight that could really turn the game around, because they haven't lost the tier 3. They're still in this. You know, their shrines are up. They can make moves at Roche, and it just, if they were to take a team wipe like that and then get that veil, I think they do have an opportunity, like you said, to turn the game around.
It's always kind of demoralizing, right? When you take a fight like that and everyone walks away on next to no HP. And you're like, if we just had one tiny kind of like oomph more.
Yeah, they actually did lose that tier 3.
Yeah, it went down in the end.
Yeah, but earlier before that, they still had that tier 3. If they were able to have kept that up, they still have that opportunity to go after Roche.
Like, up to that point, despite how it looked, Secret were defending really well. Because for what OG's push lineup is, Secret were finally starting to respond to it. But they've just learned the important lesson here, which is Ace can't even farm outside his base. Right outside it.
The thing saving Ace at the moment is both mid 1 and Fada, because they have
Disney movie,
the Darkseer, as well as the Death Prophet.
Dude, I'm serious. That's a great name for a Disney movie. Saving Ace. It's like Finding Nemo in like a big city or something.
You're thinking of like Saving Private Ryan. I mean, not a Disney movie.
Does Ace really look like Matt Damon to you?
I don't know. Maybe he could. A little bit of makeup here and there. Anybody could look like Matt Damon.
I don't know if that's like an insult to people or Matt Damon or like... Anyway, back to the game as OG are stacking up because Roche is back up, and look how many members of the family are involved in this smoke.
There's so much there in that smoke. They're still ready to go. They're still ready to stay on the gas, not pull off, and look for Secret. They're gonna go through the jungle, maybe see Ace farming and in the jungle and pick him up, but he's just not there.
Vision on that high ground. Look how stacked they are on the side of Secret.
Yeah,
they had the bird. He wanted to go.
Looks like they're waiting for the creeps. There it is. It's gonna push. So at this moment, they have to be very careful.
Jerax just water bot, so you got that ward down. That's really crucial. So they can actually look to just split push once again.
So let's see what they can set up. They've got 3 familiars here now for No Tail. They'll take out the tier 3 tower. But here come the creeps once again. Heal up those familiars, continue to push. OG trying to set it up, trying to look for something, especially with the Earthshaker. And they've got the Necro Creeps. They've got so much here ready to go with the familiars, as well as the Necro Creeps, the Treants. It's just, it's the movie 300 is what we're seeing.
Well, they're going to need a stand like in the movie 300 if Secret want to hold this, because OG aren't just going to press you at the front. They're going to look for the flank on your sides. They're pushing all 3 lanes. They have vision of the 1 lane with a tower. They can essentially just pull you back and forth. We're going to need Benny Hill's theme music soon for the side of Secret.
I like it. It's got my name, Benny. Down for it. I'm always down for some Benny Hill, you know?
I'm sure you are, but there you go. The Roaches are, I think they just go for that. OG, they're posturing, but they're not actually making a move right now. They're trying to watch for Secret's mistake. And when you feel like your team is at that stage where you're watching for a mistake, that's when you go Roche. That's when you go, we need something to make sure we want to go, not just patiently wait around and see what they do.
And because they're pressuring so heavily, Secret feel like they can't leave the base. They're constantly seeing OG at the doorstep. How do we actually leave our base? Do we have time to leave our base? And they actually don't, because they get the Aegis here for OG. And that's how quickly they take the Roche, is just with that kind of pressure on them, making sure Secret don't have enough time to counter the Roche, and then they take it that quickly. Of course, they have the 3 familiars, the Solar Crest, and the army to work with. But I
like the fact that they put the cheese on Visage as well. He's got the Iron Disc. He's actually quite tanky with the Hooded Defiance and the Great People's Cloak. So give the Aegis across to S1. S1 super scary. And Puppy trying to be scary here. Straight move across onto this Beastmaster. He's all alone. His team doesn't want to help him. He will die. But guess what's happening in the mid lane? They're actually going for racks very fast. They'll get 1, and they'll leave. Beastmaster for another 1 your racks, and a lot of damage done to the remainder.
And not only that, right before he dies, he pops the Necro Book to go help with the push. So yeah, he's going to lose his life, but he's also brought the Necro Creeps in to help push and to help fight. And here comes the charge coming through from Puppy. That puts him in a really bad way. The Exorcism's probably on its last couple of legs here. They don't chase just yet from OG. They sit a little bit further. Explorer is just on the edge, ready to go.
Every time, moving forward, stop. Moving forward, stop. He's like, are they coming back? Yours, man. He's just waiting on standby in the fog. The big surprise that Secret do not want to discover, especially seeing as he's got that 2nd life on him. And No Tail, how about another tower? I mean, backdoor's not up, so why not?
Yeah, and what do you even do to stop No Tail from taking this tower? Over top fly, he's found out, he's killed off, but S4 is here. As over bottom, they'll try to take the tier 3. They continue on forward with the familiars. Now over top, they've got this stun coming out from Jax, as well as No Tail, or as well as S4 continue on forward. Puppy will end up getting himself out, but they will lose Ace.
Fly's going to join the push, or look for another kill. He just cuts him off. Yeah, Fly's going to cut him off. There it is. They're going to find a kill on the Puppy. In the meantime, just chasing forward for more. They'll go straight for the racks. And Secret on the last legs here. They've only got Zeus and Dark to avail for this defense, but what can those two do against the power of this push? Jarek's moving forward. Shadow bladed up. He's looking for an individual, and Ace might be that one, but GG gets called. Secret, they don't even try to give Jarek the opportunity for a big Echo Slam play. And looks like we are going first.
3rd game?
Yes. At least ours. I mean, there's been a few.
Yeah, there's been a lot, apparently.
There's been a lot. But fantastic.